You're tuned in to Ask the Master Auto Technician. Car questions? Get answers right now. Call 850-763-0555.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 beep.
Hey, this is James Morris. I'm here at Friday Fest on Friday afternoon. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon. Anyway, I got Philip. Philip, what's your last name?
Smith. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. Okay.
Yeah.
Philip is the manager, or
yeah, I'm the manager of the Buccaneer Bar and Grill.
Okay.
On Beach Avenue.
And that's where Bay County Citizens for Liberty, we meet every Monday night. And Philip's been kind enough to come over here and say, you know, come visit the Buccaneer Lounge over there.
Well, you've been kind enough to have us, and I appreciate your continued support. I'm always glad to, those things.
They do get away, don't they?
I always appreciate when y'all come in. It's always fun, and I eavesdrop on what y'all talk about, and you can leave that there. I'm good with that. and so I always appreciate y'all coming in and everything, and I hope everybody comes out to the Buccaneer. The Buccaneer's been here for 50-some-odd years now. We've hosted all kinds of people from all around the world. We're under new management, new ownership. Everything has changed from what it used to be. As it's time for that. It's time for that.
Now the Buccaneer, I got my microphone here, so you can just hold that on.
Oh, cool. I'm sorry.
Philip is ex-radio, so he's in the habit of doing that, and that's a. So we're doing this. So what we want you to do is we want you to come by, come down Friday Fest every Friday, of course, but go to the Buccaneer Lounge. Go by and say hello to Philip. They got great food there. They have bands there on Friday night.
We have karaoke. I got this in my head. We got karaoke, the worst karaoke easily in the Panhandle, probably in the world. Yeah, that's on Tuesday and Thursday night. I won't take that now. Okay. Tuesday and Thursday nights. We got the worst karaoke in the whole Panhandle. Wednesday night, Friday night, Saturday night dance night with DJs like Bill and Malcolm and Baby James. They're in the Buccaneer Lounge. We've got live music coming up this weekend on the patio. I've got Jason Grandy. He's going to be playing out there all of August. He does a great job. He's light. He's funny. The crowd just loves him. He parties with him.
And that's on Friday night?
That's on Friday nights. He comes out. He plays. He sings. He'll do your favorite songs or part of it.
Every Friday night in August, someo's going to be there.
Yes, definitely.
Because this is pre-recorded and this isn't live, so they're going to be seeing this next week and the week after and the week after.
Right, so he's there now.
So he's there.
And if it's not him, it's somebody just as good.
All right, well, Philip, I want to thank you so much for being here, and please come back and see us next Friday.
I'll do
Fest,
that.
And we want to see you all the time. And maybe we can get you on the radio show.
I'd love to be on the radio show, man. I appreciate it so much. Take care of yourself. We'll see you on Monday.
Monday it is.
All right, take care of yourself.
Appreciate it. This is James Morris. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back. Hey, this is James Morris. I'm interviewing a man on the street interview. My name is James Morris. What is your name, sir? Hold that right there.
My name is Scott Rose.
Scott Rose, what is on your mind about what's happening in Bay County? Anything local, political, what?
Well, locally, a lot of the problems that we have with the water department and different billings, the prices going up and up and up, never unending increases in the different bills and stuff like that.
What do you think the increases are due to? Is it because of dollars getting weaker, or is it because?
Well, no doubt that because there's so much of the inflation.
Yeah, it's an insidious tax, is it not?
Well, the dollar's worth a lot less than it was years ago. Also, it's just a runaway increases in spending. It's just unbelievable.
All right, what city do you live in? Parker, Callaway?
I live in Callaway.
You live in Callaway. I live in Parker. What about the idea of having is something wrong, Anna Marie? Oh yeah, you need to hold that a little closer to is what she said. There you go. How about taking all the different municipalities like Parker, Callaway, Cedar Grove went away. Right. How about doing the same thing? Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
Taking them all away and just
having one big government. Or one centralized government.
One centralized government might be better in some ways, but in a lot of ways it could be worse.
Well, what ways could it be worse?
Well, regulation.
Yeah.
If you have to consider all of the laws that have been passed in all these different municipalities. Mm-hmm. All those laws have to be withdrawn or changed before you can group everything together.
All right. Well. So that's one of the things we can keep up, but maybe, like you said, maybe get less laws, less government, smaller government. You know, you almost sound like a libertarian.
Well, I lean quite a bit towards that way.
Well, let's see, George Orwell said it's not a battle between conservatives and revolutionaries. It's a battle between libertarians and authoritarians.
Right.
And that's where we're at right now. We're coming to that part in our history where it's going to be decided by
exactly true
authoritarians or libertarians.
All that requires for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I couldn't have said it any better. Hey, this is James Morris. We'll be back. We're here at Friday Fest. We'll be back in a minute. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. We'll be right back. All right. Hey, I'm James Morris. I'm here with Brian Rust. He's running for county commissioner. No party affiliation on the in the general election, which is going to be in November, right?
Right, November 6th.
Okay. Now, Brian, tell people about why you're running for office.
I'm running for office because it's time for, number one, for the younger generation to step up the plate. Not that I'm the younger generation. I'm kind of that in between there. So it's time for some fresh ideas, a fresh outlook on things, and just kind of break things up a little bit and bring some new ideas to the commission.
Well, I know that I belong to Bay County Citizens for Liberty, and we believe in a constitutional republic form of government where smaller government is a better form of government. Do we need a bigger government in your opinion, or does our government maybe need to be downsized, or what do you think? Your opinion, please.
If our country got a lot bigger,
right,
we need a bigger government. But right now, we need smaller government.
Well, right now, that seems to be the problem. We got too big a government.
We got way too big of a government. We need a smaller, more efficient, effective government that's more fiscally responsible, and that has to start on the local level, and it works its way up.
Okay, great example. How can you make a difference as a county commissioner? What would you do to bring the size of government down?
First off, eliminating a lot of regulations.
Boy, as a businessman, I can tell you that. That's a great idea.
You are not the first businessman to say that to me.
You know, I opened my business up 32 years ago with $5 in my pocket, no permits, no nothing, and didn't need it back then. Now, it costs several $1,000s just to be able to open a business up with all the permits necessary, and that solves a lot of business. A lot of businesses can't open up because of that.
Well, here's something for you to chew on. A report that came out in 2010 says that small businesses spent $1.75 trillion on regulation costs.
$1.75 trillion?
That is the equivalent to 30,000 or 35,000 jobs at $50,000 a year. You want to talk about solving the unemployment issue?
That would solve a lot of unemployment right there.
Yes,
now,
it
we
would.
could probably do the same thing here, but get rid of regulations. I know that it requires permits to do anything. I can't even build an addition on my building to make my building bigger without getting a permit from at least 3 or 4 agencies and have the EPA take a look at it.
It's way too much.
It is. Well, Brian, is there anything else you'd like to tell the people out there on the television?
Just want to say, vote for me November 6th, and you can get more information about me at electbrianrust.com.
All right. James Morris, we're at Friday Fest. We'll be back in a minute after these commercial breaks. Bye-bye. All right, hey, I'm James Morris, and we're here with James Waterstadt. Am I saying that right?
That's correct.
What is your position exactly?
I'm the president of the Republican Roundtable, campaign worker for Steve Sutherland.
All right, now, what are you doing out here at Friday Fest tonight?
We're, putting out stuff for Steve and talking to the voters. We're not in the primary because we're unopposed.
Right.
But Steve wants to make us keep contact with people and keep it going.
Now, a congressman's up for election every 2 years.
That's correct.
Now, Steve, it seems like it's a constant battle of going for election and getting ready for it. Now, what is Steve planning to do different this election than maybe last election? Is there anything different, maybe?
Well, we're running in a different district because of reapportionment. We're running against a different candidate, and we're running considerably uphill. 52% of the people who live in this district are Democrats.
Really?
And only about 35% are Republicans. So if we try to run as only Republicans should vote for us, we don't stand a chance. But we appeal to those Democrats who still have the traditional American values.
Right.
That you don't spend money you don't have. You don't... the federal government, literally, there's not a single thing that you can do that's not regulated by the federal government.
Tell me about the regulations.
And regulation is just choking business. There's a book out that says that every single American violates at least 3 federal laws every day.
I probably do that easily without even knowing I did that.
Yeah, that's the point. Nobody knows they're doing it because there are so many laws that nobody knows. The big argument in Washington, and the Democrats are trying to make it about taxation and the rich.
Right.
The issue is not taxes. The issue is spending. If we don't stop spending the money that we're spending, because we're not spending, it would be all right if we were spending the taxpayers' money, but but we're spending money, we're borrowing
from China,
40 cents on the dollar from everywhere.
Oh, really? Everywhere?
Well, you know, people buy savings bonds. There's all kinds of ways the government gets money. But, you know, the bill's going to come due.
One day, and grandchildren or something.
Well, it may not take that long. Look what's happening in California as city after city goes bankrupt.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know, Pennsylvania had a city go bankrupt. You know, Illinois is its pension fund is so out of whack that it can't possibly survive. And they owe the pension fund some $6 billion or something. I've forgotten the number. Do you know how they got the money?
How'd they get the money?
They borrowed it from the trust fund.
That sounds like cutting off a blanket and sewing it on the other end to make it
That's
longer.
like taking $10 out of this pocket, put $10 in this pocket.
That ain't working.
And say I paid myself $10. No,
that sounds about how. But that sounds right.
But the government's doing the same thing in Washington, and it's got to stop.
And how can we stop that?
Well, we can stop it by, if you stop paying your mortgage, they evict you from your house.
Yes, they do.
The people's house is the House of Representatives. And those people who won't stand up and stop spending need to be evicted.
Well, maybe that's what's going to happen to some politicians in this election coming up.
And it has to happen to both parties because there are spenders in both parties.
And that's so true. That's why I'm running. That's why I'm running for Bay County State Committee, man, because I want to see things change for the better. And I don't think we can keep going the way we're going without change.
No, well, we got a senator who's been there 12 years, and in those 12 years, the Senate has overspent its income by $9 trillion, and the man says, I want another 6 years.
Well, maybe he needs to be replaced.
That would be a good idea.
All right.
Thank you much.
Thank you, James. All right. This is James Morris. We'll be right back in a few minutes after these commercial breaks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll be right back. Who do I have here?
Amber.
Amber, and who are you, sir?
I'm Craig.
You're what?
Craig.
All right. Now, tell us about what y'all are doing out here at Friday Fest.
We're at Friday Fest because we're promoting Callaway Soccer. We're a rec soccer program.
Right.
Kids from the age of 3 years old all the way up until high school.
Really?
We
3 years old?
All the little guys, all the way to the tall guys.
All right.
And we have adult soccer, so we're trying to, let everybody know what we're about and, get the kids out, getting them into, Callaway, which is so beautiful. We've got a great complex.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yes, and getting them out there exercising and learning about, the sport that we love. And we have an academy program where we teach them the fundamentals.
All right.
And then we build them all the way up to competitive leagues where we take them around the country and let them play in tournaments. So
now, someone told me the other day that schools don't have recess anymore. Is that true? I don't know. I don't have...
They do have PE. I'm not sure about the recess.
I don't know. I just someone said they don't have recess, and that's where we learn to play kickball and soccer and football.
And you get out there and you exercise.
Well, we didn't call it exercising. We just called it playing.
Right.
But I don't know.
You can't let them know it's for exercise.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I don't know if that's true or not. But instead, kids, if they want them to go out and exercise, you offer playing, I guess you might call
Absolutely.
it. Organized play.
Organized play. That's exactly right.
Organized play, and with rules.
Yes, and supervision. That's important.
The adults need that for sure. I'm sure they need
Absolutely.
But so that's what they're doing on that. Now, when do y'all meet?
The kids have a practice once a week for the recreational. Our competitive teams meet twice a week, and we're very flexible. So we have kids that practice every night of the week.
Okay, now if they want to know more about how to get in touch with you, is there a magic number, phone number, or website or whatever?
Best resource is the website. It's CallawaySoccer.com, and you can also catch us by calling, and it's 819-5638.
And that's 850 area code.
Absolutely, 850, just in case.
Just in case they're from out of town. They just moved in. So it's
850-819-5638.
All right. This is James Morris along with Amber and
Craig.
And they represent the Callaway Youth Soccer. And if you have children from 3 years old to 18 that want to play soccer, you need to call this lady right here.
Absolutely.
Hey, this is James Morris. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.